Because the fact is, that's what that same thing with Walmart. Because they got a lot of money. I'm dead serious. But as long as there's no restriction on paying more about how much per capita y'all make a company make a year, and things like that, and then also make sure that the housing market don't fuck up everything, to make sure that people can afford housing, we're gonna keep on having this crap. Stop blaming culture. Stop blaming culture for all this stuff that's going on, and start getting to the real deal. And the real deal is you got the economic system that is corrupt as a motherfucker. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. And it's an excuse to try to look at one group of people and say, "Oh, these people ain't about shit." Remember, Black Americans and Black people all over the world, people of Congoloid race, all over the world. That's all over the world. You know, we were depicted as having low IQs. So if you add that on there, you notice you add the fact that that's there, that we're subhuman, and then we got low IQs. That's going to automatically put into the fact of a lot of people's heads that, oh yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, Black people, they don't want to civil, they don't want to do anything because they have low IQs anyway. They ain't about shit anyway. Because some people try to make that argument when they say about this shit, they say, well, you know, Black people, they maybe that's what I had argued with a person about this. This person actually had the audacity to say, well, maybe Black people it just ain't in them to do it, to be anything. Because their IQs, they got low IQs. This is some of the thinking of some of people in this world. That's why I said, don't the culture shit, that's bullshit. That's basically saying that, oh, look at these people are not human beings. That's what it's saying when they say about the culture. Because every culture have bad apples. And every culture is not as friendly as you think it is. All right? So that's the point. Prime example, the white American culture. That's prime example right there. But I'm saying that every culture is not always friendly. Because in the white American culture, you have a bunch of KKKs and fucking racists that live right among them. That would hang a fucking Black person in a minute. See, get my drift? Get my drift? That's my point I'm trying to make. Stop this bullshit. Let's go to the real problem. It's economics. Economics is what determines a community. And unfortunately, it affected the Black American community like a motherfucker. We can fix it, but that's the truth of what happened. You add economics along with racism, you're going to get crazy shit like what's going on in parts of Black American communities. And I'm not saying that it's all about racism that did it either. Also, it's because of us also. Because, like I said before, once some people, when they get, this is show you about the mentality of us. But some people get ahead, all of a sudden they don't want to have nothing to do with the people that's left in the bottom, in their own group. That's the mentality. It's like the two drug dealers. They want to kill one off to make sure that they be able to get more money. But the same thing was going on where you got uppity and you got lower. Same thing. Stop the nonsense with this, man. Let's look at the real picture. Economics is the problem. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into the next thing that also got to do with economics, but it got something to do with females and the role of females in this world, especially in American society. You see, there's a lot of females that claim that black, not even black, white, whatever, but usually that men don't respect them. That men only see them as sex objects. That men think they dominate over women. Well, it is true that there's a lot of sexist men out there. I'm not disagreeing with that. And I believe in equality. I believe that a woman should be able to be anything she could be, as long as she can handle it. You know, I would never stop a woman from wanting to work in construction, as long as she can handle it, as long as she don't want special treatment. Because I've seen some women do construction, and they did it well. I seen a girl who looked like she could be a model. Actually, was taking a hand truck and was pulling boxes back and forth. You know, and these boxes was not light either. And I was looking at her like, damn, did she really have to do this? Then I caught myself saying, no, what am I saying? I'm sounding like a sexist right there. Like, hey, she should be able to do this. If she didn't have no problem doing it, then fine. But I looked at how she looked and I said, oh, she shouldn't be doing it. She should be something like a model or something. That's like it's brain in my head, and that's form of sexism too. You know, because you automatically assume that because she's fine looking that she don't supposed to be even doing any type of jobs. You know, and I caught myself with that. And I said, you know what? I got to change my way of thinking. You know, I got to think. I can't stop thinking that only ugly, overweight chicks should be doing doing jobs like that, and the pretty chicks and the shape should be out there being models and strippers and stuff. I got to stop. I had to catch myself with that. But I'm trying to break down to why men still act the way they do. Well, first of all, I'm not gonna blame feminism, but I'm gonna blame it a little bit because feminism it did good for women as far as getting equal opportunity, but it did nothing to address what happens when the equal opportunity comes. You see, in this society, men are still supposed to be the breadwinner. We still supposed to be the one who provide for our families. We're still supposed to be the one who make the money, who's supposed to go out there and get the college degree so we can make the money, supposed to go out there and get the house that we can put our families in, to make sure that we're the car so we can drive our kids and family around. You know, we still have that mindset, you know, as society. And feminism did not do a good job of making sure that if a woman can work, then there shouldn't be no problem with a man doing a role that especially for females, like staying home and take care of the kids. So that's why, in my opinion, one reason why women are still not getting the respect other than how they look. You understand something? When they talk about unemployment, especially when it comes to black Americans, who they bring up? Do they bring up unemployment period? No, they don't. They bring up unemployment of black males. You see what I'm getting at? Unemployment of black males, or unemployment of males, period, in this country. They don't say black unemployment of men and women. They say unemployment of males, or they say we talk about black people. They talk about unemployment of black males. So in essence, they still looking for the black men and the men, period, to be the breadwinner and to work. And that's no problem with that. But you see, when they do that, you understand that they give men a sense that our goal is to go and make money. Our goal is to go. Hello? Our goal is to be the breadwinner. And so only thing a female can do for me is just basically look pretty and have my children and cook and clean. And this is why females who get their college degrees, who get a nice job, nice paying job, still will look down on by men, especially if they are unattractive. Because there's a lot of women who are successful. A lot of women successful. Got their own businesses, you know, got nice paying jobs, got PhD degrees, everything. But they can't find a man. And then you look at why they can't find a man, you see three things. Number one, either they fat. Number two, either they ugly. Or number three, because they old. And I'm just keeping it real. And because that mentality of men is still there, that I want a pretty chick. Because I'm going to get what I need to get. I got to do what I need to do as a man. So I want to make sure that as a man, when I get this stuff, I want the nicest looking chick on the planet. And you can tell because when you ever see these celebrities, these male celebrities walking around with any chick that I just named, any chick that they consider ugly or fat or old, you hardly see that. And if they do see that, guess what happens? They get castrated. Not castrated like, in the real term. I'm talking about like as far as castrated by how they women look. And this is why when women talk about why black men and white men don't get the respect they deserve and why they still see them as objects, it's because the fact is a lot of men saying, what can a woman do for me that I can't do for myself? What do I need from a woman except for she give me some pussy? It's sad, but it's true. What can a woman do for me except cook and clean and look pretty? Because they already expected and have my children. Because they already expected, I'm expected to be the breadwinner. I'm expected to go out there and do something and do everything I can for my family. Even if they're a man who basically ain't got shit, he still might have that mentality. Now there's some guys now that don't have that mentality. They broke. They trying to find a woman who got money and trying to get them to take care of them. But even the brokest dude still look at a female and see them as a sex object. Trust me, I know. I know of guys that do that. Even though they ain't got a penny in their pocket. It's because of the mentality. I said, we did not address the roles. We told women that they can go out there and work and do everything else, but we still told men that the only thing you can do is just work and be the breadwinner. So a lot of men didn't take on the femininity, didn't change their attitudes when feminism came around. And why should they? If men got to still take the traditional roles, why would men turn around and say, oh, well, we see you as an equal? Come on. Like, the common sense would tell you, no. No, I can't see you as an equal because the fact is I still got to do the traditional thing I've been doing. Which take care of you and your family. So why should I care about your PhD degree and you fact you got a nice paying job? At the end of the day, the society's still looking for me to be the one who provides for the family. So I don't care about that. I'd rather deal with this chick that have no money that look damn pretty. They got a nice ass and big titties. Why would I need with you? What's your money gonna do for me? That's how some men think. A lot of men think, what your money gonna do for me? I'm supposed to be the one who's supposed to take my money and spend it on you. I'm supposed to be the one who go out there and buy for my family and everything. So why would I care about your money? And you looking like you just came out of the sea. Looking like a walrus. That's what they saying. And it's sad, but it's true. Like I said before, ladies, if you want to be treated equal, you gotta do equal things. You can't say you want to be equal and then you tell the men that they still got to go and do the traditional role. Because a lot of men gonna be like, okay, we want to do the traditional role. Guess what? You gotta have a nice face. You gotta have a nice body. And you gotta be able to give me sex anytime I want to. And baby, if you got a nice personality, I will marry you and you gotta cook and clean for me and have my children. That's it. They ain't gonna see nothing else. So that's my point about that. It's sad. I try my best to look at a female as equal. I try to make sure because I like to see because I feel like the worst thing that society did was not allow women to work because I feel like that kind of put a strain on a lot of men back in the days as far as taking care of their families. And I always believe that 2 incomes is better than 1. But at the same time, you can't say you want the equal opportunity. You go out there and make your money, and then all of a sudden you still expect the man to do everything, and then expect him to look at you as an equal. It's not going to work like that. He's going to look at you as just a piece of ass that he can fuck once in a while after a hard day's work. Okay, you see that in the industry. You see that already. The guys work hard for what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Going and doing their shows or whatever. Singing, rapping, and what they do. They go right to a groupie.